Sri Lanka, a key Indo-Pacific partner of the United States and a close ally of India, is now exploring major energy deals with Russia, raising geopolitical eyebrows. Colombo has officially entered negotiations with Moscow on a series of major energy infrastructure projects, signaling deeper ties in the energy sector. The talks include plans for liquefied natural gas supply and modernization of Sri Lanka's oil refinery, part of broader discussions between the two capitals. Sri Lanka is also seeking assurances of uninterrupted Russian oil supplies, which could be a game-changer for Colombo's energy security. These details were confirmed by Sri Lanka's ambassador to Russia, Shobhini Gunasekaran, during a wide-ranging interview with Russian news agency TASS. While no agreements have been formally signed, Colombo has already submitted an offer to Moscow, with preliminary negotiations continuing. Sri Lanka's ambassador to Russia, Shobhini Gunasekaran said, and I quote, "The Sri Lanka State Oil Corporation is currently holding negotiations both on LNG and on the modernization of the oil refinery, in order to be able to receive uninterrupted Russian oil supplies. There are no agreements signed as of yet, but negotiations are still underway. We have submitted our offer." Unquote. Sri Lanka and Russia have also started discussions on establishing a liquefied natural gas terminal in Colombo to strengthen bilateral energy cooperation. Ambassador Gunasekaran said the talks followed high-level meetings between the respective energy ministers of Sri Lanka and Russia. She emphasized that Sri Lanka is eager to cooperate with Russia, particularly on energy projects that could enhance Colombo's supply stability. Officials in Colombo said a potential Russian LNG deal is seen as a step toward a cleaner energy transition for the island nation. Sri Lanka's ambassador to Russia further said that, "We've essentially begun negotiations, especially after the minister's visit. As I mentioned, our energy minister was here for Russian Energy Week. So we've begun some discussions, and preliminary talks are underway. He had a very good visit, and he also met with the Russian energy minister. As I said earlier, proposals were presented. When you see the impact of climate change in situations like my country, we want to transition to clean energy, and LNG is one of the options we're considering. Sri Lanka is interested in cooperating with Russia, and we've already begun this dialogue. I can't say whether this will yield any results right now. However, the process is ongoing, and let's hope that something will work out." Unquote. Sri Lanka's negotiations with Russia come as former President Donald Trump has been urging US allies to stop buying Russian oil amid the war in Ukraine. Trump has imposed tariffs on countries, including India, that continue to purchase Russian crude, arguing it indirectly funds Moscow's military operations. During high-level talks, Trump demanded India halt purchases of Russian oil, claiming such transactions support Russia's war effort in Ukraine. However, during a visit to India, Russian President Vladimir Putin pledged uninterrupted fuel supplies to New Delhi, contradicting Trump's demands. In November 2025, Trump claimed that India had agreed to cease buying Russian oil following a phone call with Prime Minister Modi. New Delhi rejected Trump's claim, insisting it will act only in the best interests of its own citizens when making energy decisions. India further accused the United States of hypocrisy, noting that both the US and Europe continue to import significant volumes of Russian oil. Meanwhile, Washington has imposed sanctions on top Russian oil companies, and the European Union has banned Russian LNG, creating a complex global energy chessboard.